Hey guys, it's Joey, Valley TCG. I hope everyone's having a great week. So I wanted to do an opening video for this Wings of the Captain OP06, and I think I will still do one. Maybe sometime next week once I receive another few spare boxes that I ordered. Um, but unfortunately, I do have or maybe fortunately, I have an open box already. I just wanted to kind of share with y'all the contents, what I think we should probably get rid of right now, sales wise. And, there's actually a number of cards in the set that are pretty valuable just right now. That I think everyone should look to maybe selling right now and buying back at a later time. So that's what I wanted to talk about with you guys today, right? Um, and I know, guys, like I'd said, I would do an opening video for '06. And I was hoping to get some boxes in this week. Unfortunately, this is still opening week. One of my sources did not send out those boxes until today, the day before release date. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. And I know you guys are probably just like, "What the heck, Joey? You're just going back on your promises again. Like, how could you do this to us?" Well, I wasn't trying to do that intentionally. And I do intend to open an '06 box on this channel. But now, before I go into some of the cards I was able to get from this box, which is a box that I received during a pre-release event, please do like, comment, and subscribe on the video. I appreciate everyone's support. I know you guys some of you guys have watched a lot of my videos. I generally do appreciate and want to thank all of you guys for your support. So all right, let's just kind of get started, right? So OP06, the setup of the release I find to be very interesting. Through some of the LGSs that I've talked to, I've heard about, from their conversations with distributors like Alliance and others, not many boxes are being released in this first wave, right? And if not many boxes are being released this first wave, and I've heard of LGS is only getting 20% of their allocations, maybe less. And because Alliance, I think, according to one conversation with Alliance, they received 20% of what they had ordered. Which is just incredible to think about, the underprinting that Bandai is doing today to kind of support some of the other games right now. That means singles prices will actually be pretty high, right? Even on release and throughout release, as people are trying to build out their decks, getting ready for regionals, getting ready for just their own in-store tournaments. So single prices, as we move through the '06 meta, I think are going to be relatively high. And that's why, even right now, we're seeing rares, right? Like Onami, this card I have right here. This card is going for about $3. I know it's before release and card prices will drop on release generally, but any rare that you can sell for about $1.50 or higher, I think that's really good value for that card. Because eventually, with Wave 2, I think there's going to be a lot more inventory available. I do think a lot of people are going to move away from One Piece, at least maybe in the medium term or in the near term, until Bandai can get to a point where they're able to satisfy demand again. And that's not right now, right? So I think by Wave 2, with Wings of the Captain, This is actually kind of a weaker set in terms of the meta. There's not a lot of huge meta-defining cards in here. Not similar in the way that O5 was. So I think people are mostly going to open, not for playing the game, but they're going to open for collectability. They're going to open to chase those cards that they want for display, for grading, all that, right? So that's why I really think that O6 might end up being a weaker set. And if you're able to sell a rare like Onami, beautiful card, for $3, maybe over $3, absolutely do it. This is another card, Raise Max. This is actually an uncommon. It's not even a rare. And this uncommon is also going for a little over $3 right now. I was able to get 2 out of this box that I opened. So I'm planning on selling them as soon as I can. Maybe tonight at another pre-release event. But I think it's worth it to do that right now. White Snake, 50 cents. I don't know, around 50 cents. It's like maybe just keep it for a while. Pudding the same way. But I wanted to pull these out for my bulk because I think they are going to be worth something in the future. They are relatively interesting meta cards. Gravity Blade, Raging Tiger, same thing, 50 cents. Ryuma, 70 cents. It's a good card for pre-release. You know, on 4, you get to KO. It's actually a pretty strong card, 6,000 slash power. So, you know, I do wonder if this will turn out to be more meta in the future. But I think for now, if you guys are able to, let's say, get rid of this for $1, $2, I'll probably do it right now. Another Gravity Blade, Raging Tiger. I have, and then a Brook. This one I think is also around like 60, 70 cents. It's maybe not one of the best cards out there, but there is usability in certain decks. Kikunojo, I think this card was going for around $6 just a couple of days ago. I would sell, I was able to get 2 of them. I would sell them as soon as you can. Like $3, $4, that's a great value for 2 rares. Arlong, I think you get like 30, I don't know, 50 cents, dollar, something around there. You know, if you feel like you don't really plan on playing green, or if you believe that green isn't going to be a big deal in the future as a rare, you probably want to get rid of it around $1. And then Tashigi, also same thing, about $1. Probably get rid of that. And then Gum Gum, King Kong Gatling, and Reject, right? I was only able to get 1 Reject, and one of the Gum Gum King Kong Gatlings. Both of these, I would try to sell them relatively sooner than later. I think Reject is a good card, but there's only you want to use it at the very end of the game. So, and then Gum Gum King Kong Gatling, if red ducks come back, or I think this might have some playability in Betty, I believe. So it is a good card. So that's it for the uncommons and rares. And then moving on to the SRs. I do want to just kind of do a quick review of the cards that I was able to get. And then as well as just talk about which one of these cards are going to be pretty valuable in the future. So I did get a Gecko Moria, Kozuki Hiyori, Vinsmoke Judge, Vinsmoke Raiju, Shreya, 2 of them actually, Aramaki, a Sanji secret rare, and then the other Sanji secret rare, or the alternate version of this first card. So those were all the SRs and whatnot that I was able to pull. But really value-wise, the cards with a ton of value is your Gecko Moria. I think right now it's $26 on TCG Player. It can actually go up over time, right? I guess we'll see, because black is still very dominant in this meta. A lot of people need this card, and you need a number of it. This is just so broken. Yeah, I thought they would probably ban this, but they ended up not doing this. But yeah, this card is an absolute beast. For 8 cost, you get to pull out 2 more characters. Like, come on, a four cost and a 2 cost from your graveyard. So $26 right now on TCG Player. I would sell it at that price. If it drops below 15 bucks or $10, I would definitely keep, because it'll probably come back in value. Kuzo Hiyori, $17, $18. Such a beautiful card. Same thing. I would probably sell it at that price, pre-release price. If it drops below $5, $10, would not sell it at that price. This is not really worth very much, so we're just gonna move on. Reiju, worth about $14 right now, TCG Player. If you get it above $10, I would absolutely sell this card. I think the Reiju deck is really interesting, and I think it's something to consider. But it's not, maybe if you're not planning on playing this, definitely, feel free to get rid of that. Shreya, I think these 2 cards are maybe underpriced. It was $3, $4, something like that. And I love the fact that this card on attack and block becomes the same base power as your opponent's leader until the start of your next turn. So what that means is generally that, you can swing at the leader for 5K, but it'll come back down to 4K the next turn when it's rested. So, or during your opponent's turn when it's rested. So either way, I think this is actually pretty interesting. It's a blocker, 3-drop, so it serves a lot of optionality if you want to use this to swing into leader or not. So yeah, I mean, good cards. $4, $5, $6. I'd probably sell it at like $6 or beyond. But if it falls to really low, I think there could be some real meta applications to that. And then Aramaki, it's just too expensive for a blocker. Trash 1 card from your hand and place 1 character with a cost of 2 or less at bottom of owner's deck. And then you get 3,000 power during the turn. It's a good way to get rid of 2K blockers. So I don't know, maybe eventually it'll become more valuable. And then Sanji, I don't know if this will be used in meta at all. I personally, I'd probably sell both of these as soon as TCG Player opens. Anyways, so that's it from me, guys. I appreciate everyone's time. I know it was a quicker video. I just want to get this out there and show you guys some of the cool cards that are in the set. I mean, there are a bunch of commons that are pretty meta. I have just like these stacks of bulk, right? I'm not gonna go through that, but I think generally this set, I find it to be less interesting than some of the other sets like 03 or 05 or even 02. So I think aside from that Zoro card that you want to go for as a collector's item, that card might probably go for 2K or higher over time is my guess. But either way, I think this is probably gonna end up being one of the weaker sets of One Piece, and actually 07 might be worse. So we might go through a little bit of a One Piece recession here. And I think that's okay. Hopefully that opens up more boxes for everybody to open, bring in more newer players. And then eventually once, we cycle back up to a healthy part in the market in One Piece, whether it's anniversary, 09, I think it's an anniversary set, something like that. Maybe 010. Once we get back to that kind of peak of collectability plus playability with one of the future sets, we're bringing a lot more players into the ecosystem, and I'm really looking forward to that. If we do go into a One Piece recession, I personally wouldn't get too discouraged. Yeah, so, hopefully everyone's having a good day, good week. Oh, Sindri, this is also like a dollar, or under $1 playable card. So anyways, I'm loving kind of the art, honestly. This is probably one of the best arts I've seen from an OP set in some time. The style is just very clean and more, action oriented. So I do like that aspect about the set. I mean, look at that art, right? That is just beautiful. Anyway, so I'm enjoying this set. Hopefully, you guys are too. As I said, hopefully I'll be back with an '06 opening. And then until then, I might do some other videos. Hopefully those boxes come back sooner than later. Who knows? USPS has been an absolute mess these days. But I appreciate everyone's time. Hopefully you guys are having a good week, good day, and all of that. And hope you guys are enjoying release weekend as I am. So I guess if nothing else, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. Please like, comment, subscribe, everybody. Thank you guys again for the time. I'll talk to you guys next time.